Hi, and welcome to this week's After School Break Paper Weaving program. This is going to be our Level 1 video, and we'll be making these cards. To make these cards, you're going to need a pair of scissors, glue stick and a pencil, a ruler, half a sheet of plain white paper, 6 colored strips of paper that are about 1 inch wide and 6 inches long, and half a page of colored paper. All right, the first step for making our cards is to take your colored sheet of paper and fold it in half. Just like that. Then you're going to need your ruler and your pencil and measure 1/2 inch from the edge, the side that's not folded. So 1/2 inch from there and 1/2 inch from this side. And then draw the line across. This is going to tell you when to stop cutting. And you're going to do the same thing on the other 2 sides that aren't folded. So we're going to measure 1/2 inch from this one, 1/2 inch from the fold, and connect those 2. And on the other side, whoops, that just knocked my paper. 1/2 inch from the edge and 1/2 inch from the edge. And draw your line. So the next thing to do is to take your scissors and you're going to cut the strips that we're going to use to weave. So if you unfold it, your paper looks like this. Fold it back, and you're going to start by cutting down the lines you drew, but don't cut past the line right here. So 1, and the next thing to do is to cut strips along this folded edge. They don't need to be measured, just so long as you don't go past the drawn line. Okay, so if you open up your card, it's gonna look like this, with all sorts of strips on the inside. And then here's where you take your colored strips of paper. I'm gonna start with dark blue, and the way weaving works is you go under, over, under, over. So we always want to keep the edges from this side under your colored strip of paper. So you're gonna go over, under, whoop, over, under, over, under, all the way across. And on this one, we're going to leave it going over 2 together because this last one is the edge of the card, and you want to leave that your solid color. And we're going to slide it all the way to the end and pick our next color, which I'm going to pick yellow. And so that they alternate, we're going to start by going over this line and under the next one. And it's just under, over, all the way across again. Okay, and then I will pick blue, light blue next. And again, we're gonna go under, over, under, It's gonna look like this. So let's pick our colors for the front. I think I'll do red. And to keep alternating, it's gonna be over, then under. And I'm just trying to get them all right next to each other so that all of my strips fit in my card. Okay, and the last one I'm going to do blue again. So this one's going to be over, under, over, and the last one is always the trickiest to get in. Yep, it's too wide, so we're going to trim it down. See if that works better. This one does not want to cooperate, so I'm going to cheat a little bit and fold a corner under. Make it easier to pull through. And under the last one and pull it all the way through. There. So you've done all of the weaving part of your card, which the front will look like, whoops, that after we've trimmed the ends a little bit. So the next step is to take your glue stick and glue down all the edges of your strips to the card. Oops. Once those are glued down, close your card so it's set up the way you want it to be when you're done, and we're going to trim off the ends of the tabs. And this side. So that's the outside of your card all done. Now we just have to finish the inside. To do that, we're going to take our piece of white paper, fold it in half, and then glue it inside the card so you have something to write a nice little message on. So let's get that in there and put some glue on. Halfway glued, and glue the back half of the paper. And like that, now you have one card ready to go. Thank you for joining us for the level 1 paper weaving to make this cute card. If you'd like, feel free to join us in our next video where we're going to make smaller woven hearts, which, if you make a bunch of them, can be strung together to decorate, or they can be put on the front of a paper card to make a nice Valentine's Day card.